Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for being here. Like, I do appreciate each and every one of you. Like, you guys don't even understand. Today we're making egusi soup. My dad's favorite, my absolute favorite. I know not a lot of people like egusi, but I'm one of those people that absolutely love it. I am using a bone-in skin-on goat meat today for this recipe, and I want a very flavorful broth because your broth determines a lot. Like, point blank period says your broth determines a lot, bro. Like, you just have to have a very flavorful broth. So to season my broth today, I am using onions, bouillon, salt, and ground ginger powder, and I'm gonna cook this for about 5 minutes or until my meat kind of start extracting water on its own. Before I add water to it, because I definitely need a lot of water for my egusi soup. Instead of using water, I might as well use broth, right? So I'm gonna add my water, and I'm gonna cook for about 5 minutes on, you know, high heat, medium heat, whatever heat you want to use. Really, it doesn't really matter for the broth. And then we're gonna cook that for about 10 minutes. And when that is boiling like that, we're gonna add my shaki, which is also known as tripe. I am adding my shaki midway instead of the usual adding it at the beginning, cooking all the meat together, because this is a tripe I got, or shaki I got from an Asian market, and they're usually pre-cooked. I don't know why. I'm guessing it's so that it takes all the smell, or yeah, because we all know that that's a cow stomach or goat stomach. So I think it's to just get rid of all the smell. So we're gonna cook that for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna add our stockfish. See, the stockfish is life. Like, I don't gotta do nothing. I just gotta boil it. No bone, nada. That's the best part about the stockfish. There is no bones whatsoever, and I just love it. I soak it in water for 10 minutes so that it extracts all the salt a little bit, and then I add it to whatever I'm cooking. And I just like, take one bite of soup, take 5 stockfish. That's how you live life. Now we're gonna cook the egusi soup, which is what this recipe is about. Palm oil in a pan, as much as you want, as little as you want. I have a recipe of an oilless egusi soup, and I'm gonna post that recipe also soon. I'm gonna gonna add my onions, chopped onions, any onions, it doesn't really matter, but sweet onions or regular yellow onions is what you should use because they're best for sauteing and frying, or shallot. Red onions are usually better when it's raw. Okay, that's what we're talking about, onion. Okay. You're gonna saute the onions for about 2 minutes, and then you're gonna add crayfish. I'm adding crayfish now because it kind of gives it a better flavor to add my crayfish right now. And then I'm gonna add my blended mixture, which I have a picture right there. It's red bell pepper, tatache, which is a chili red pepper, Thai chili for heat, ginger, garlic, and a lot of onions, blended roughly. Do not need to boil it down because we're going to fry this for 10 minutes on low to medium heat so that it doesn't burn. Don't be like me. Do not use non-stick pan because this almost put me in trouble. I didn't even realize I was using a non-stick pan because non-stick pan tends to burn things really fast. And then I'm gonna add okpei. Okpei is locust beans, but the Igbo version of it. My mom is Yoruba, my dad is Igbo. So I have 2 ways of cooking this beautiful recipe, a frying method and a boiling method. This is a frying method, it's my dad's method, with a little twist of my, I have a twist to everything. And I love that about me. It just I don't know, I just love having a twist in everything. So I'm gonna cook that for 10 minutes on low to medium heat, and then I'm gonna add my grounded egusi. Egusi is a melon soup, definitely one of my favorite soup from Nigeria. I love the way my dad cooks it because it takes his time. It makes him really happy, and every time it's that time of the weekend to cook egusi soup, or that time of the month, because we only make it once a month, I get really excited. So I'm gonna stir fry that, make sure that it has no seeds or anything. I'm gonna stir fry it for about 5 to 10 minutes on low to medium heat, and I keep stirring it because like I said, I'm using a non-stick pan. Don't ask me why, because I don't got answer to that question. That's why I keep stirring it, because it burns really fast when you're using a non-stick pan. So if you're not using a non-stick pan, you could definitely just put it on low heat and cover it and just let it sit there for 5-10 minutes, and that's how it looks after I stir it continuously. Now I'm gonna add my broth. Do you guys see that broth? I didn't need to add no salt, nada. Nada, nada. Because my broth was everything already. I'm gonna mix that until there's no lumps or anything because I am not making a chunky egusi soup. So I don't really need it. I don't really need it chunky because it's not a chunky egusi soup. So now I'm gonna add my meat, which is my goat meat, my shaki, and my codfish. The good thing about cooking Nigerian soup is you can't use one thing. Like, hello, you cook with just meat, you're not Nigerian. I can tell you that for sure. Because you need to cook with a combination of everything. Fish, chicken, pork, everything. Cook with everything. That's how we roll. I'm gonna cover that and then cook that for 10 minutes on medium to low heat. And then look at how beautiful that looks. I haven't really done anything much. There's like no secret. You just have to take your time to cook really if you want it to come out right. Because my mom always said take your time to do it right so you don't take your time to do it all over again. And that's really what cooking is about. Now I'm gonna add my spinach. You could use any leaf of your choice. I am using spinach and oziza leaf in this recipe because I like the little bitterness the oziza leaves give me. Anyways, I'm gonna add my chopped spinach in there and then cook that for about 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna add my oziza leaves. This is a dried oziza leaf. If I was in Nigeria, I would get fresh one. Like just go to Ipodo market and get fresh one. But obviously, it's really hard to find fresh things here. So I'm gonna add that, and then I am gonna put my heat on low, like the lowest, and I'm gonna try to cook that for an extra 5 minutes. And then once you start seeing the oil floating on top, it is ready to go. I ate this with eba 2 nights ago, and then today I ate it with poundo milewaku. This soup was absolutely phenomenal, absolutely delicious. Like it was amazing, and I sold a bowl of it to a friend who absolutely loved it also. Thank you so much for patronizing me. For those who have been patronizing me in the last month, thank you all so much. Please try this recipe and let me know how it goes. You guys have a beautiful day, and do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Bye.